Good day and welcome back. Today we're diving into the opening match for the World Cup Mexico versus South Africa. It's a game loaded with context, pressure, the first game from this World Cup, and a tactical storyline. In this channel, we're going to be analyzing the 104 World Cup games, as you already heard it. So please subscribe to get some more videos. Okay. So, to understand this, Mexico arrives as the host nation, playing at the legendary Estadio Azteca, and with 80,000 fans behind their backs, their expectations are sky high. But beyond the atmosphere, this matchup gives us a fascinating contrast of styles, confidence levels, and game plans. Okay, I need to be honest, I haven't followed the most of the South African national team, but this is going to be part of the analysis. Okay, first of all, it's the context. Mexico enters this tournament in a very particular moment. Under Javier Aguirre, the team has become more pragmatic, more disciplined, and more structured. They're not trying to reinvent themselves, they're trying to be solid, coherent, and efficient. This is a squad with experience, with a clear identity, and with a starting 11 that has been rehearsed over and over and over and over. And being the host nation adds both pressure and opportunity. The Azteca, the altitude, the energy of the crowd, these are real factors that Mexico can use to tilt the match in their favor. Now, South Africa. South Africa reps in the opposite situation. Their confidence is really low, the recent results have been poor, and despite finishing third in the last African Cup of Nations, their current form is shaky. They haven't beaten teams like Nicaragua, Panama, or Jamaica in recent friendlies. Their coach is Hugo Bros. He's a 73 years old. He already announced that after this World Cup he will be retiring. This team is built in discipline, is organized, but it has limited talent. We need to be honest. Their biggest threat it will be their left wing, Apolice. He's vertical, explosive, and dangerous in transition, and Foster up top, the number 9. He's a striker who had a difficult season in England but still carries physical presence. Now, the expected lineups and the key roles. Mexico it's playing with a 4-3-3. This has become a 4-4-2 without the ball. We expect that it's going to be Rangel at the goalkeeper, Reyes, Montes, Vasquez, and Gallardo in defense, Fidalgo and Gutierrez as the interiors, Alvarado wide right, Quiñones drafting from the left, and as the reference striker, Raúl Jiménez. Okay? Now, we also are putting Lira as the pivot in this team. The whole question it will be will Mora play for Mexico? We'll see. Okay? The key idea with Mexico is that they attack as a 3-5, okay, with Gutierrez dropping to help build with Gallardo, providing width on the left and Alvarado stretching on the right side. And Quiñones plays almost as a second striker, not actually a pure winger, okay? With South Africa, they play more in a 4-2-3-1. They have two holding midfielders, and Mokene stepping higher into possession, Apolis wide on the left, and Foster as the lone striker. They won the ball, but in this match, they probably won't have it, to be honest. In this case, both teams like to have possession, but only one team is likely to win the battle. And Mexico has the altitude, the crowd, more technical midfielders, a clear structure, and a coach who understands how to manage the big moments. South Africa will have to give up the ball, sit compact in a 4-4-2, and try to survive the first 20 to 25 minutes. For Mexico, the key is patience. They must avoid rushing, avoid forcing plays, and instead build rhythm, create momentum, and get the crowd emotional and involved early on. Now, with Mexico, they build with a back three. Gutierrez dropped next to the two center backs, forming almost a 3-2 structure with Lira. This gives Mexico control and allows Gallardo to push high and press high. Now, the width on both sides. Gallardo overlaps constantly, Alvarado stays wide and vertical, and Quiñones moves inside to combine with Jimenez. we also have a lot of direct plays. Aguirre loves the long diagonals. He loves Montes or Reyes, combinations with Gallardo, Vasquez with Alvarado, and these switches stretch South Africa's block and create one-on-one situations. We also need to understand Fidalgo. He's the creative engine. If he finds space, Mexico becomes dangerous. If he's marked tightly, he drags players out of position for others to exploit that advantage. Okay. Now, the South Africa main threat. There is one danger that Mexico must respect, and that is the long ball into space for Apolice. He's fast, direct, fearless, and Reyes must stay alert because South Africa's plan is simple: win the ball, play it long, and run. They're exceptional athletes. If Mexico loses their defensive shape into transition, Apolice can punish them really easily. Now, with Mexico, the plans in the defensive structure is Mexico playing in a 4-4-2. Quiñones stay high next to Jimenez, Alvarado drops into midfield, Fidalgo and Chavez and Lira protect the center. The goal is close interior passing lanes, force South Africa wide, win the ball back in the midfield, and immediately attack the space behind the fullbacks. Now, Mexico won't press recklessly. They'll press intelligently in waves, okay? Using the crowd to feel the intensity, of course. And on paper, Mexico is the clear favorite. Better players, better structure, better form, and the emotional boost for playing at home. South Africa will try to survive. They will try to frustrate and to counterattack, but Mexico has two main advantages in this matchup. My prediction in this case is Mexico could win comfortably by 2 goals and start the World Cup with confidence. But if the first 20 to 30 minutes the goal doesn't come early for Mexico, we could actually see a 1-1 tie in this opening as we saw in 2010. So this opener is the perfect chance to set the tone for the entire tournament. Thank you so much for watching. After this video, you guys will have the analysis from the Mexico South Africa. Have a great day.